Management Agency on July 31st, 2025 at 3 p.m. And call the roll.
Director Daddy?
Here.
Director Weaver?
Here.
Chair Hages?
Here. I'm going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, liberty and justice for all.
Justice.
Okay. Director announcements. Anything from the mutual water companies?
No.
Casitas, I don't have anything from Casitas. Bob, you have anything?
Nothing from Community Facility District, but I would ask, what was that big blowout and boil water
Recording in
notice we got
progress.
down there?
Well, there was a main line break on Kenyatta, and I don't know if it was.
The first one was on Foothill Drive.
What-
That was the
wasn't
boil
it-
water.
Oh,
notice.
Foothill
and
and
Matilaha?
Foothill and Aliso,
Yes.
Aliso?
yeah.
Okay.
And the other one was on Kenyatta, I think, but that didn't,
About that.
there was no boil water or.
And if you want a little more information, so that was still part of the Ojai system that we inherited from, that Casitas inherited from Golden State. And it was PVC pipe put in the early 90s, and it had a split down the bottom because the backfill, it was on rocks, basically. It was not in sand or anything, not properly installed. So even though we've replaced a lot, Casitas has replaced a lot of pipelines in Ojai, there's still going to be problems like this that pop up.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. Okay, general manager comments.
Okay, good afternoon. Let's see, after the meter exemption ordinance was passed last time, I've worked on a draft application for folks who are interested in getting the exemption from having a meter installed. So I'm gonna work out that process and how we implement it, and maybe bring back a resolution to the board to, if they wanna apply some kind of a fee to that process for staff time for it. Or we could just consider it's the benefit of the whole basin, and we don't charge a fee. Just something to think about. Might want to get the meter compliance ad hoc committee together to discuss that, as well as ongoing non-compliance for one of the wells. So that'll be coming up. Also had a call about well destruction, and if OBGMA needs to have, if there's any kind of approval process for a well within our jurisdiction when they're seeking to destroy the well. And Jordan chimed in a little bit about that on email, on whether we need to supplement what the county does as far as the length that the casing is plugged so that it's not in the upper saturated zone. It's another thing we want to maybe start thinking about, and have some discussion and maybe get Jordan's input on it and talk with the county. So I will be working on that. We've just been working on more delinquent statements and educating people on how to read their meter and fill them out. That's about it.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, the next item is a basin status report. Jordan?
Okay, thank you very much. I don't have a formal PowerPoint presentation today, for obvious reasons, but the key things to take home are that we really have reached a point hydrologically where we don't have any surface flow visible into the basin as surface flow above the alluvium at any of the inflow points tributary to the Ojai Basin. There certainly is still some subsurficial flow coming through, but that is not something we can very easily observe and monitor and record. So it's for the first time in probably about 4 or 5 years, we're seeing we're seeing no inflow this time of year to the basin. It's been pretty consistently wetter over that time period. What that means, and I'll share this part of the screen here real quick, is that hydrographically at the Key Well, we have a depth to water of about 124.16 feet, which puts us at about 75.5% capacity. That's 60,400 acre feet. With respect to outflow of the basin, as of yesterday, we measured a outflow at the basin boundary of about 2.12 CFS. Underneath Creek Road at Montgomery, out of the Fox Barranca or Stewart Canyon drain, there was 0.09 CFS, so just under a tenth of a CFS, but that terminated shortly thereafter, before the confluence with San Antonio Creek proper. It's interesting that as we observe flows downstream of the Ojai Basin in San Antonio Creek toward the confluence with the Ventura River, flows wax and wane as the phreatophytes or the tree uptake of water is apparent, and the thickness of the alluvium is also an apparent factor in the actual flow in the creek. We often measure the flow at Old Creek Bridge, either by describing what the county provides or what we can measure directly. And yesterday we measured 0.85 CFS. So surface water itself at Old Creek Road Bridge was 0.85, less than 1 CFS, and 2.12 is leaving the Ojai Basin. And both of those are over alluvial portions of the creek. So there's certainly some subsurficial flow there, and likely higher flow at points where the bedrock is exposed or alluvium is just absent. So there you have it. I will look forward to seeing how the fall approaches in later summer. Probably getting drier, but nice and asymptotic with respect to the outflow from the basin in the creek.
Thank you, Jordan. Any questions or comments?
Have a great time over there.
It's enjoyable. It's wet. They're actually rivers, and it's amazing the relatively high technology for recharge and creek bank support that we see here, and paying attention to this and maybe being able to bring some of that technology home. So that's the real reason I'm here, of course. But thank you.
All right, thank you, Jordan. Okay, the next item is public comments on items not appearing on the agenda. Is there any public comments? Okay, seeing none. Consent agenda. You have the financial report for June and the minutes of June 26th board meeting. Questions or comments on the consent agenda? If not, can I have a motion?
Motion to accept.
I'll second.
Call the roll.
Director Daddy?
Yes.
Director Weaver?
Yes.
Chair Hages?
Yes. Okay, action items. Is Mr. Springer going to be here for this?
He said he was going to be, but I
Okay, well, we
have
can,
not seen him.
if he shows up, we can go back to it. Consider request of Dwayne and Marilyn Bauer at 970 Boardman Road regarding a leak. Julia?
Yeah, I mentioned this the last meeting, I believe. We don't have a policy for leaks and any relief from the groundwater extraction or sustainability plan fees related to a leak. And so the Bowers requested that this be placed on the agenda. I expected that one of them would be here to discuss it, but unless they're on the Zoom call, it doesn't look like anyone is here. They provided an invoice from Hanson Dewell Service for some repairs that were made during the period in question, which was October to December of last year. And they're requesting that their fees for that same quarter, or for that quarter, be similar to what happened in 2023. So instead of the 4 acre feet that their meter registered, that it be based on the minimum of 0.5 acre feet. So the difference in fees that would be due is $438.75. They have not paid for that quarter yet to date because they wanted to see what they could do to get relief from it.
Is there anyone representing the Bowers that would like to comment? And I'll open up for the board to comment and ask questions.
What, do we have a written leak policy? Do we have that on our website where?
We do not have any.
I guess the only thing I can say is I've been to River, Miners, Casitas, and attended leak requests. And it appears that some of the water agencies don't have the authority to give relief from leaks. It's kind of a maintenance. What is our policy? If we don't have it written, what is actually the policy about leaks?
Then the board would have to make a decision
Okay.
on whether to allow it or not.
Okay, I would request that we put together sometime a little committee and come up with a policy. You know, I hate to say, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I don't really have a problem or not have a problem. I'd rather have a regular program so everybody understands what the program is. I don't want it to be where the rule is different on Tuesday than it is on Thursday, and it's different because I know Dwayne and he's part of there and he's got that cool old car and I don't know this other guy. So I'd like to avoid personalities and get into a policy.
You have any comments?
I would agree with that. I know our mutual water company does have a leak policy. So it makes it very clear that we don't favor one to another. And so I think it would be, I don't know, how often has this arisen? Is this a first?
This is the first.
It's a first for me.
For me, too.
It's different from the standpoint that it's like Casitas. If you have a leak, water is pumped. There's a cost to delivering that water, and the water is wasted to the stream, basically. But in this case, it doesn't cost us anything to produce the water. I mean, our role is to monitor the pumpage, not necessarily deal with the commodity. But that said, I would need more information than this. I understand it's a 14-acre parcel with
It's a large parcel.
2 wells.
Yep.
Does the other well operate?
The other wells
Destroyed.
is the one that was recently destroyed. Well,
Oh,
recently classified as destroyed.
oh, okay. And I'd like to know what the well's used for on 14 acres. Is it for irrigation and domestic use?
We can table this and I can ask them to come and provide more information.
And that's fine. I mean, I'm taking a look at this. This is a first impression. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we have a first impression. Let's don't have it again.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and codify what we want to do and be done. And I think it'd be extremely helpful if they came in and explained it to us and gave us a little bit broader concept so we could figure out what we're trying to apply a rule to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one thing is where'd the water go? I mean,
Right.
it may have gone right back down into the basin. I don't know.
Seemed that's probably likely.
Yeah. But I would like them to give us a little more information. So if there's no objections, we'll just table this. Okay. Okay, resolution number 2025-3, banking resolution. This is to add our new director to the signature
Correct, yeah.
for
It's
banking.
just kind of an administrative to add Director Weaver on and remove Peter Thielke from the signature authority at the bank.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
That's resolution 8B. 8B. I make a motion that we adopt 8B.
8C.
C, yeah, excuse me.
You're
Resolution
looking at the minutes from last.
25
Oh, I'm looking at the
-3.
wrong one. I'm on the wrong page. I'm looking at the last minutes. Okay. I recommend that, 8C, that we adopt 8C.
Am I able to second that motion?
Sure.
Okay, it's pertaining to me. Yes, I second the motion.
Call the roll?
Director Daddy?
Yes.
Director Weaver?
Yes.
Chair Hages?
Yes. Okay. Discussion items, legislative ad hoc committee, do we have anything new on that?
Can we get into a different discussion? Can we add a discussion item at the end of these two?
Depends on what it's related to.
It would be related to 8B in the 8C in the minutes. I state a little bit of frustration with our fiscal limits on the general manager when it comes to doing just regular business. And what it is we had to come in and have a meeting to authorize $15,300 for technology support. And I think what happens is we need to do a review on the authority. I think this with the amount of work there is and the amount of time put in and the amount of money, that we need to have our general manager make these decisions up to a limit higher than she currently has.
Yeah, you brought that up at the last meeting, and
Yeah.
I think Julia's trying to put something together on that.
I will put something together. I was planning when, I'm gonna start putting the draft budget together for next year, and I was gonna bring that all together as like a financial package.
Okay, just as long as we'll see it.
Yep.
All right. Anything on the legislative committee?
Next week, I have a call on the Small Groundwater Sustainability Agency Coalition, and they will be going through, what was on the legislative agenda. It's in recess right now, but I like to stay plugged into that group because I think they're a good advocate, and we have a lot more voice when all the small GSAs act together. So I will be participating in that, and I will give you an update at the next meeting.
Okay. The other item is the ad hoc meter compliance. I don't think we've done anything since the last meeting.
We haven't, but we still do have a well owner who is delinquent on installing a meter and not being responsive, and we imposed fines and penalties on them already, and it's still dragged on with no communication. So I would like to set up a time for the ad hoc committee to meet and discuss what to do about that one.
Okay. Okay. Is there any other business? Okay, hearing none, we are adjourned at 3:20. 3:20? Yeah.
I think that's a record. See you all next month.